Hey, what's up? So, you saw Xmen 97, you've heard of it, you've heard everyone talk about the show, how awesome it is, and this goes to show you that Marvel Disney or Disney Marvel have the ability to actually give us what we're asking for. It's just that they don't want to. And this doesn't make sense to me. You know, this 1 hour that we've seen, the first 2 episodes, is way better than anything that we've seen since Endgame. I think most of you can agree. Now, some people are like, oh, it's nostalgia, but when you actually think about it, they actually created a good show that focuses on the characters. You know, it gives you a different look at the characters that we are used to. It gives you stories and arcs for these particular characters that some of us have never seen. Like what they did with Magneto and Storm. That promises us a totally different journey within this show. It promises us something more exciting within this show. And I love the fact that some characters like Cyborg, who have always been pushed back in the movies and previous TV shows, is given an opportunity to actually shine. And this time it has nothing to do with diversity and inclusion. If it's there, it cannot be seen. Why? Because they have such interesting stories that actually pull you in. Now, here is why I think that Marvel should go back to actually fan service. I'm sorry, some people are against it. They believe that we should create pure stuff that is against fan service. But what created Marvel is actually the fans. You know, the people who actually made this company work with the fans, because those are the people who initially came out to watch these movies. Comic book fans, they're the people who fueled this. They're the people who made this thing called the MCU actually happen. Let me give you a story. How did I come into the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Back in the late 90s, I was a kid. And so I never really got to watch Blade, the first Blade movie, because I was a kid. So for me, during that particular period, it was all about Batman, because Batman was the ill thing, you know. Batman and who else? And the Flash TV show, those were the ill thing. And there was a bit of Spider-Man, yes, but those were the shows. So my gateway into Marvel was this particular show, Xmen 97. And I was like, okay, this is a fantastic show. I love all these characters. I love what Wolverine was obviously my favorite character, and Storm. And so I got into it. But now getting into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you know, there was the first Spider-Man, there was the second Spider-Man, loved them. But now getting into Marvel, the MCU. When Iron Man came out, I was like, yeah, it's okay, because I did not understand where the comic book came from. So I was like, yeah, this is an awesome movie, but what's the big deal? I don't understand what the big deal was. Because for me, it was just a movie because I did not understand most of the Marvel characters. And so as we moved on with more Marvel movie, the excitement towards the concept of Avengers, I got to discover it through the fans, not the Marvel materials, not the Marvel posters or promotional stuff. I got to learn about the Avengers, the idea of the Avengers, through YouTube. You know, back in the day when YouTube was very small, I used to go there because of Illustrator and Photoshop tutorials, and every now and then I would come across someone talking about the idea of an Avengers movie, and then being so overly excited about, you know, bringing all these characters together and having that one movie that will have all these characters together. And I would always ask myself, what's the big deal? And so when the announcement came, YouTube was full of these guys who were just excited about this coming up Marvel movie, and I did not know what the big deal was. And so with time I got to learn about that. And actually when the first Avengers movie came out, I went to see it and I was like, yeah, this is pretty awesome. And I was brought in not because I was a comic book fan, but because of the fans. And I became a fan because of the fans. Because unlike most of you who get to see the posters and stuff, yes, I used to see that, but that really didn't push me into it until I heard another person talk about that particular product. So where am I going with this? As much as Marvel want to create all these products for diverse groups and these other groups and include this and include this, they should not forget the people who actually made them. It's the fans who made them. I knew them through the fans. And so if they just create an awesome product that for the majority of part caters to these fans, the people who made them, the people who made them will bring other people in. You know, it's a simple concept of, yes, you want inclusion and diversity, but why did Eternals fail? You know, why did Miss Marvel not do so well? the latest one. If you're catering to a female audience, why did that not really work? Why didn't you have $1 billion in a few weeks? You get? That's because you pushed back a group that really were there for you in the first place. And so in the coming future, I would hope that they will try to here again. Here's where the fun concept comes in. I'm sorry to take you back to the fans again, because here is what I think. Here's what I think fans have an effect on a product. If I'm a fan of, say, for example, Captain America, and I have a few friends who are not Captain Americans, I will take them to the movies to show them how awesome that movie is. I'll take my girlfriend because I'm a fan and I want them to have the same experience. I'll try to bring as many people into the film as possible. And most people don't go to the film because, most non-fans will not go to the film because they're included or they're represented in the film. Most people will go into the film because, one, it's awesome, or two, most non-fans, or two, they've been brought in by another person who is a fan of that particular product. So I just hope that Marvel will think about this, and I hope that they go back to the drawing board and actually start giving fans what they're asking for, or something close to what the fans are asking for, because the fans have consumed the product before and they understand where this shit is coming from, and so they're more likely to actually come out and consume your product because they want to see where you take that particular story. And they'll come with their friends, they come with their girlfriends, they come with their kids, because they want them to have the same experience that they're having. Yeah, and this X-Men show goes to show you that Marvel is capable of that. I mean, this show could have gone, these first 2 episodes could have gone extremely wrong. My thought, every time Wolverine would come on the screen, every time that Wolverine would come on the screen, I would only think about one thing. And Corridor Crew actually did something along what I was thinking of, which is basically, yeah, so with the voice work and the size, I was like, yeah, by the way, Corridor Crew and fans might have a point, this guy could actually, anyway, I mean, Cyclops is so cool in this particular movie, Storm is given an interesting arc, I don't know where they're going to take that, Magneto is given an interest, I'm telling you, this could have gone down south, this first hour could have gone down south very, very quickly, because there's a lot of potential for that to happen. But somehow they managed to actually keep a level head and just give us something that is actually constructive, coherent, and actually entertaining. So basically that's it. That's what I thought about X-Men and Marvel, and the fact that they should just go back to serving the fans. Yeah, I know these other things are important, but the fans are the ones who are coming through for your movies. It has been proven. You've seen it in how much money some of these movies are making. And I'm not saying that you should not put diversity and inclusion. Just make a good product. And I'm sure you understand what a good product is. So basically that's it. Remember to always watch what you enjoy and enjoy what you watch. I would like to know what you think about the show, but more the show in relation to Marvel currently. What do you think about what they did? What they've been doing with the previous production and what they're doing with this particular X-Men story. I don't know where the story is going to go. It may go down south from episode 3. Things may go all over the place after this. But generally, I'm liking what I'm seeing. And I hope that they keep it going. So, and if you've seen any of my latest video, you know that we are on, we are on a road, we are on an arc. It's more of a journey, an arc, a character journey from here to 100k. Let's see what you guys will be by then. By 100k, will you be the same person? Will I be the same person? Will you be in the same place? Will I be talking about the same thing the same way? Will I have become a bit bolder and more confident? Who will I be by 100k? Will I be affected by the system? Will this be work? For now it's just having fun and just talking about what I love. Will I be reading ads to you guys? Will I be trying to sell you stuff that you are not interested in, and I just have to do it because I'm getting paid? Will I have evolved into a better version of myself, or will the system have pulled me in and sunk me down, and I've forgotten about all of you who were here before it all changed? Anyway, please please subscribe And yeah, next one I'm talking about three body problems. I think it's a very interesting show, but I have a problem with how they chose to end it, because these are the guys who did Game of Thrones, and based on what they did with that show, I'm excited for what they've established. I'm excited for what they're trying to do, but yep, there is that. I know we all know what I'm trying to talk about, so I'll talk about the show. It will be less of a review because it's on Netflix and I expect everyone to watch, and I don't want to spoil it for people. I don't want to explain it to people. I just want to talk about what I thought about what they're doing currently, especially with that ending. So basically that's it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I shall see you on 3 body problems.